Welcome back to another episode of Live from Rocket Hall. My name is Trip Floyd, and I'm so excited to be back in the new year showing you the best of what Northwest Ohio music has to offer. Tonight's act is one that brings a unique sound not heard anywhere else in the area. They're jazzy, frenetic, and just like their namesake, produce a roar anywhere they play. Performing 4 songs for their upcoming self-titled debut, we are live from Rocket Hall with 1 Billion Lions.
You're thinking, no, it's nothing to do with you. To know oneself is to know another. your boots, rally in the streets. If you're angry, you're not angry enough. Stand up for anything, for a sense of dignity. Fall for your dreams. You must finish what you started. Don't cut yourself. The jagged edge of convenience and leverage. You must finish what you started.
Thank you so much for watching live from Rocket Hall. My name's Trip. I'm joined today by 1 Billion Lions. They just destroyed Rocket Hall, set it on fire even. They play a pretty, I don't know how to describe it. How would you guys describe, the genre of music that you play?
We got to start by saying that we have spent so long trying to find words that communicate to people what we're trying to do, and we don't even know.
Yeah.
There's a band called Black Midi that is a British, underground kind of alt-rocky band.
Yeah.
They're not even that underground, but it's kind of we don't sound exactly like them, but we're trying to do like a jazz harmony-y, like alternative-y thing that's kind of like what they're doing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's hard to put it in a box, honestly. Do you guys feel like, the stuff that you make, like it doesn't necessarily need to be, kind of confined by genre?
Absolutely. I mean, once you do that, you start just locking yourself into it's a trap. 'Cause once you say, I'm going to write a song that sounds like Black Midi, first of all, you're never going to sound like Black Midi.
Yeah.
And then second, why do that? Just be yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. For sure. So, I'll be honest. I don't, I guess, know a whole lot of you, but I know Riley for a while. We've known each other since we were little. But, I know he was kind of drumming in a couple, and then I found out that you guys, were 1 Billion Lions. How did 1 Billion Lions kind of come about?
You got it? Sure. So, in 2022, I fell in love with this British prog jazz scene, and I started to write songs like them because I was very inspired. And then I was like, nobody wants to play with me. I'm at jazz school, and everybody hates rock music, which is not true. And so I wrote some songs for a while, and then all three of us went to see Puma Blue in concert in Detroit.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, I'm working on these songs, and they're like, hey, I want to play with you. So, yeah, and then we had our first show in we played one song in 2023 in December or something.
That doesn't count, though.
That doesn't count. And then our first real show was in February, March 2024.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were all jazz studies students at Bowling Green State University. Go
you guys
Falcons.
get a pass. You guys get a pass. Okay. Don't
Yeah,
worry.
my dad went to UT though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all met there. We were all making music in the jazz department, and we've done a ton of stuff. We've done some noise improv type of stuff that Hayden's let us in, and we've all played jazz together. And these two are both excellent new classical music composers as well. So check out their stuff. But this is kind of one of the rock outlet that we're working together with. But yeah.
You got anything on your mind?
No, I was just holding this here.
That's all good. Well, you guys are talking about, you're all jazz studies. I don't know the major names that they have, but you guys have a jazz school at Bowling Green, and you guys are all student musicians there. But how is it like balancing a music project like this with, being a full-time jazz student?
It's fun.
That's a word.
I'm no longer a student, but when I was, it was definitely tough. I think we'd had a lot of odd-hour rehearsals.
8 a.m.s on a Friday.
8 a.m.s on a Friday, or running past midnight on a weekday. It's tough. I mean, especially just music school in general is a lot of odd hours. So squeezing in this extra thing is crazy, but it's worth it.
So
Absolutely.
Yeah, you need being in music school. It takes about a month to realize that music isn't just fun anymore. So it's been really important, at least for me, to have an outlet outside of the whole music school thing where I'm not getting graded. There's no professor that I'm trying to show that I can do what he's taught me or anything like that. It's been really good to have a creative space to not really be judged in an academic setting. So it's definitely worth squeezing in, but it is a squeeze. So
Yeah. Well, obviously, there's a difference between work that you make at school and, this, artistic outlet for you, which is, that definitely sounds like it's well needed. I've kind of fallen into that. This is something that I like to do, live from Rocket Hall. That's, it's being put in for a grade, but I can do that. So I totally understand that. But what I also kind of understand is, how do you guys put this stuff together? Because if you showed this to somebody, just at face value, you made them listen to it, it's so, I don't know. It reminds me of just like TV static, but if it was like harmonized, I guess, not to be, but like, how do you guys put these pieces together?
Sure. So, like I said, I wrote a bunch of songs for a few years, but they weren't really fully realized. So I had like chord progressions and some scraps of lyrics, but it was just guitar and voice. And so when I first started bringing the songs to these guys, basically we just arranged them and then I added lyrics. So that's kind of become a sort of normal process. Like we were working on a new song the other day. I brought it in. I said, these are the chords. Here's some of my arrangement ideas. Tell me how to make it better. So, yeah, I do the main composing aspect, but it's impossible to do this without these guys because they make the songs so much better.
The amount of hours we've spent crammed up in the drum set practice room at BG, like trying to flesh out the songs, it's fun. It's a sacred space now, though. So.
Sacred space, for sure. Well, Hayden and Elijah, you guys recently went to, was it Thailand, over break? So what was that kind of for?
That was for the International Composition Institute of Thailand, which was part of a bigger music festival run by BGSU professor Piwat Lularpazar, and a ton of other fantastic musicians down in Bangkok. So we each had a piece performed by a local ensemble called Taseti, and then just, interacted with the music scene there, doing crazy things. It was awesome.
We by getting accepted into the festival, we had the opportunity to write a piece for a smaller portion of the ensemble, and so I wrote a piece for trio and electronics. Hayden wrote a trio. Yeah, Hayden got third place in the competition, so that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it was a great experience. So inspiring. We really got to see what the real professional world of composition looks like. So yeah, it's incredible.
Was there a language barrier there in Thailand?
Sometimes.
It depended on the
Sometimes.
person.
Yeah.
A lot of them could converse in English pretty easily.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But I mean, when it came to the music, do you feel like that music kind of helped transcend that language barrier at times?
Yeah, I mean, all of the musicians we worked with spoke English to
Mhm.
varying degrees.
Yeah.
I feel like my piece, I had 3 musicians who were like less fluent,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a little bit of an issue in communicating the music. But ultimately, like, it got through, and they're fantastic musicians, and they do speak English.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, a cool experience for you guys,
Absolutely.
nonetheless, for sure. Yeah. Riley, just gotta
I
ask.
did not go to Bangkok.
Did not go to Bangkok. That's okay. I was actually gonna ask. This is kind of a silly one, but I mean, when you're painting those walls, because for those of you who might not know, there was a period of time where I worked for Riley's dad at a painting company for I think 2 couple summers.
Must have been, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but that was just so fun. And in that time, you introduced me to a bunch of music, But I just have to ask, when you're painting those walls, do you ever found does it help like your hand-eye coordination, or when you're drumming, do you think that helps your hand-eye coordination when you're painting?
Yeah, actually, I do. I don't know. It's just another thing that, another like creative outlet to make sure I'm being precise as possible.
Yeah.
When I'm creating something, it's it matters a lot, like where you put the lines and how straight they are and things like that when you're painting.
Yeah,
So
you can't scrape the woodwork too on the windows too.
no, not at all. So, yeah, but it's also just like a time to be able to clear my mind, and I mean, painting's a lot of like using your hands and not a lot of using your mind or your ears or anything. So I can listen to whatever music I want, and I listen to a lot of my biggest musical influences I've discovered just while I'm painting a wall. So it's been a really cool way to like cheat and kind of like learn about music like while I'm also getting paid. So
Yeah, can't beat that. Can't
but
beat
yeah.
that at all. Yeah. 1 Billion Lions, thank you so much for coming on live from Rocket Hall. really excited to see what you guys do in the future. For now, thank you for watching Live from Rocket Hall. We really appreciate it. We're going to be back next month. We don't know who's going to be on yet, but we'll figure that out as per usual. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you.